right, or something like that. So I want to thank you guys for inviting us to be part of the 1 Million Cups program this fall. It's a fabulous opportunity for us at the University of Iowa to highlight all of the work that we're doing in Iowa, in our local community, and across the country. So today is jam-packed with who you really want to hear from, and who you, I hope, are excited to listen to their stories and understand what they're getting out of entrepreneurial education experiences like these. I think one of the main messages that I want to drive home for all of you is that when we're thinking about youth entrepreneurship, we're really thinking about how do we foster and develop an entrepreneurial mindset. So how do we help students learn those innovation and creativity skills so that when they're ready, whether it's today, tomorrow, or 20 years from now, they've got the skills that they need to move forward on their entrepreneurial ventures. So the first thing that we're going to do this morning, and we're going in kind of a time range in terms of programming that we have for upper elementary students and middle school students, and then spending most of our time on our programming that is available for high school students. So first out of the gate, we're going to talk about our elementary and middle school programs. We had the opportunity to partner this year with American Girl, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with American Girl and their Girl of the Year, but any of you that probably have daughters or granddaughters will know about this. The Girl of the Year this year is Grace Thomas for 2015, and she's a young entrepreneur. She travels to France and she learns French patisserie baking skills and brings that back to her local community by creating an innovative and entrepreneurial focused bakery concept in her hometown. So we had the opportunity to partner with them, and the way that they heard about what we were doing was the curriculum that we have designed for elementary and middle school students. We've been running camps in Iowa City since 1996, and we've expanded those camps beyond Iowa City. We are in Cedar Rapids. One of the flyers that you have lists the camp dates for 2016. What I will tell you is if you have a child that's going into 5th through 9th grade, get signed up. Get on my list, to the email distribution list. We pretty much send one email and those camps are almost full with one email sent. One of the things that's not listed on that flyer is that we have a new offering. I'm really excited to announce. We've partnered with the Iowa Startup Accelerator, and last year was our first year to be holding our elementary camp in Cedar Rapids at the Iowa Startup Accelerator, but we will also be partnering with the Marion Chamber and the Marion Economic Development Group to create a middle school opportunity up in that Marion area. So students can go through the full program there and also in Des Moines. So our first speaker, and without further ado, let's give a big standing ovation for our 5th grade young entrepreneur, Olivia Beglin. Okay, fun. So, can you talk into it and just say your name and what grade you are and what school you go to?
My name's Olivia, and I'm 11, and I'm in 5th grade, and I go to Carlisle.
That deserves another applause. So, Olivia, can you tell the group a little bit about your experience when you were 6 years old? So 4 years ago, what event did we get a chance to meet at?
I went to the Pitch and Win, and I pitched my business idea. I was wanting to have a social business, and I gave the money I earned from the business to WWF.
So can you explain what that is?
WWF is World Wildlife Fund, and the money went to help save livestock.
And specifically, which animal were you really interested in?
And
Okay. And what was your business concept at that time? How were you taking business and entrepreneurship and leveraging that in order to help the pandas and the other wildlife?
I made hair clips. I sold those.
Okay, so I want to lay it out for you guys to have a full perspective. We were at the iExplore STEM Festival, the first ever. It was held at the State Hygienic Lab in 2008. And we had a pitch and win competition. And students could sign up the day of, or they could register in advance. Well, guess who had registered in advance? Olivia. So she arrives, she delivers her pitch to 3 judges or 4 judges that we had in the room. And she ends up taking 4th place out of 35 kids that ranged in age from 6, the youngest, to 18, the oldest. So she blew us away with her social entrepreneurship ideas. And then I had the opportunity to re-engage with Olivia this past summer. Tell them about your experience at the entrepreneurial camp.
So I went to the entrepreneur camp and I learned a lot of fun things there. And we played a lot of games and to learn about entrepreneurship. And we made our own products and sold them at the farmer's market down here in Iowa City. And then we had a camper mall and we just sold them at the camp.
Okay, and what product was it that you were selling?
I sold decorative letters, like wall hanging decorative letters.
Okay. So I want to open it up for the room to ask any questions that you might like to ask of Olivia, kind of about her experience or something that you might be interested in. Katie?
I'm really interested in the fact that you started a business with the idea of philanthropy in place, wanting to give back right away. Is that something you hope to do with all businesses going forward?
I think it's really important to do that because especially things that are different that a lot of people don't give to that charity, and it's really kind of.
Any other questions for Olivia? Go ahead.
Emily, what was the hardest part about becoming an entrepreneur?
I think it was learning how to do a lot of different things and learning how to budget and stuff.
Go ahead, Laura.
So do you think it's harder or easier doing this as a kid?
Well, since if you're a kid, then a lot of times you get a lot more help, yeah, and a lot if you're younger, a lot of people think it's really cool that you're younger, and then they want to hide.
That's marketing, right? Any other questions for Olivia or things that you really want to know about this program from a student's perspective? Of course, she's kind of my plant, but would you recommend this camp?
It was really fun, and I met a lot of new friends, so I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, good answer. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do, Olivia, thank you very much. You're high-fiving up here. So one of the things that was really cool for me this year was that we rolled out a new course at the Kirkwood Regional Center, and one of the students that was taking this class came up to me on maybe the 2nd or 3rd day, and he said, "Hey, did you used to work with an entrepreneurial camp at the University of Iowa?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "My name's Dylan Sharp, and I came to your camp." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." Well, it's pretty shocking when they're now seniors in high school. But without further ado, I'd like to invite up to the stage Dylan Sharp.
I do got a little slide up here showing stuff that I still got from the camp. And I do have physical if you want to come up here and see it at the end. But what I did was, before I even went to the camp, I had kind of started my own lawn mowing business, kind of, more of like a side project then. Just going around my neighborhood, only had a couple lawns that I was mowing. And knowing that, my dad signed me up for the entrepreneurship camp, thinking it'd be good to expand and try to grow my business. And so going there, they taught me a lot of things. And I ended up creating my own t-shirt. They helped me create some business cards. And right here's a flyer. It's kind of blurry. And then up there in the corner is the textbook that they gave us. Still have that today. But throughout the camp, they really helped me define the problem that I was trying to find, which was mowing people's yards. People don't want to mow their yards. And I don't know what else to say.
Would you recommend the camp?
Yes, I would recommend the camp. It helped me a lot. After the camp, I ended up using some of the flyers, some of the ideas, and business cards, which helped me get a few more lawns throughout the neighborhood. And through doing that camp, it really kind of starts you off young on the entrepreneur mindset. I ended up going to high school, and Diane Fickle, I don't know if you can see, she also helped run the camp. I ended up taking an entrepreneurship class over at West with her. Did the same thing, thought she looked familiar. A couple days later, asked her the same question. And through there, she also helped me. I was older, so I kind of was able to understand the concepts a little more. And through there, I went. I'm a senior now. Took the business innovation class over at Kirkwood now, and that's also been helping me out.
Okay. Let's open it up for questions from Dylan, to Dylan, about his experiences at camp.
University of Iowa.
I'm thinking about it, yes.
All right, we can talk.
Did you have one back there?
That was my question. What are you doing next?
Oh, we're working on it.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about studying when you're in college?
Well, I want to study, I want to go into some sort of engineering and maybe with a business factor alongside of that.
Well, Iowa has one of the top entrepreneurial programs.
Yeah.
So. Not to sell, but.
Are you going to continue your entrepreneurial engagement in college, or?
Well, right now in the Kirkwood class, I am working on a project. I don't know if I'll continue it, but we have been looking into it, and I'm actually going to present that later today. Oh, sorry.
Can you talk about kind of what was the long-term impact of having this experience at
When I was
a
young.
younger age, whether it was in the lawn
Well,
mowing business or more just yourself?
I think it helps you it brings that idea into when you're young, owning your own business, being able to control it yourself, not being able to have a boss. Essentially, you're your own boss. You can set your own rules, work when you want, most of the time. And I guess I kind of liked that idea at first and wanted to continue looking into it.
So what gave you the motivation to start and what kept you going?
Well, to start my lawn mowing business?
Or just to start to be an entrepreneur in general?
Entrepreneur. Well, I guess I never really thought about it until this class, or this camp, I mean, not class. But I did start off with the lawn mowing thing, liked it. I was making money, doing my own thing. And I guess I just like being my own boss, I guess. You're in charge of your own thing. I don't know what else got me into it. But yeah.
What didn't you like about being your own boss?
That's a very good question. The thing that I don't like about being my own boss is sometimes it's hard to know what direction you want to go into, or go to, whether it's you want to get more lawns, you want to get less lawns, or whatever. You just don't know where you want to move your business forward with, I guess. And it helps to have some advice, I guess, or some leadway if you did have a boss. Your boss would tell you what to do, when to do it, and that way it's more easier that way, I guess.
Any last question? Go ahead.
How old were you when you went to the camp? When did you first?
That was 5 years ago. So I was 12, and I was in 7th grade, I think, if I remember correctly. Anything else?
Okay, awesome, great,
All right.
thank you.